night swim. Brother Barat, Laos, 1975. 100 soldiers with machine guns circled the few acres surrounding the Lao Biblical Training School. It was 1975, the year the communists conquered Laos. Along with other 60 students and our teachers, I was held in a small room for 2 weeks while we were interrogated. One by one, we were called before the soldiers who tried to get us to denounce Christ. We had little food and ate grass out in the schoolyard. The Communist Army then brought 300 government students to scream at us in an organized demonstration of the people. These government students surrounded our school shouting, "Everything belongs to the government! Your pigs and fish are ours!" The soldiers then took all the animals that the Bible school had been using for food. Finally, the soldiers gave up trying to convert us to Marx and Lenin, the founders of communism. Most of us were allowed to go home after 2 weeks. But Brother Barat chose not to go home. On the Sunday morning we were released, I decided to escape to Thailand to have more freedom to share Christ. Thousands of Laotian refugees had fled from the communists living in the camps of Thailand just across the Mekong River. There were only 3 Christians among them. Another Bible student decided to come with me. We could not say goodbye to our families. First, there was no time, and second, we could not trust them since they were not Christians. The government had turned families against each other. The Mekong River was very wide, and that winter was the coldest we had seen. I was also sick with a fever and thought I might die. Standing in the bush on the edge of the water, I asked my Christian friend, "How can we go?" He replied courageously, "We are Christians. We will go to heaven if we drown. If we die together." At 10 p.m. we entered the cold, muddy river. We both had Bibles in large plastic bags tied to our backs. I thought, Lord, if we die, at least when they find our Bibles, they will know we were Christians. We were swimming only 50 yards from one of the guard towers on shore. My friend was so cold that he was shaking, and when he shifted his plastic bag to his chest to try to float on top of it, I told him to get off or they would see him. He splashed a little as he got back down in the water, and a spotlight came over us from the shore from where the big splash had happened. We heard the guards say, "Oh, a big fish." Finally, in the darkness, we climbed up the muddy river bank in Thailand. Looking at our waterproof watches, we saw that our swim had taken 48 minutes. We were free and continued to serve the Lord. Today, Laos is still not free. A few churches are officially open in the Vientiane, the capital, but nowhere else. 3 out of 4 of those who are considered subversives to the government and are watched. The police are very strict. And recently, when a Christian man helped to feed some poor villagers, he told them of an open church in the capital. 35 of the villagers went to visit the church, and 30 of them gladly received Jesus. When they returned to their village, the authorities took away their jobs. Pray for new believers in all countries, that God will strengthen them by the word that is in their hearts, and will help them to withstand persecution. Pray for strength for those who would risk their lives to take the gospel to people who have yet to hear it. Pray for their protection and that their efforts will reap new souls.